second too late could mean everything is over. Situations in nature and life so rare that you may never witness them twice in your lifetime. But the most unsettling part is, some people stood right on that edge and still walked away as if protected by a miracle. Don't look away because what you're about to see might make you question your own eyes. Terrifying surveillance footage captured the moment lightning struck. A driver narrowly avoided being hit on the highway. People gathered to watch a house being demolished in Mexico. Unfortunately, a rock was thrown, but luckily no one was injured. Authorities need to enforce stricter penalties for drivers who run red lights and ignore railway crossing barriers. This Lamborghini driver got too excited, lost control of the speed, crossed into the opposite lane, and crashed into a cargo truck, resulting in serious consequences. Floodwaters released from a hydropower dam, combined with heavy rain and storms, caused a house wall to collapse. It's unclear whether the hydropower operator will compensate the affected residents. Massive upstream floodwaters have caused severe riverbank erosion in Vietnam, sweeping away homes near the river in an instant. A shocking moment as a two-story house at the foot of a mountain in Bac Can, Vietnam, was buried by a landslide. Fortunately, the woman managed to escape in time. A gas stove hose came loose in the kitchen, and a woman in India tried to carry it outside to prevent a fire. However, gas had already filled the house, and when it came into contact with heat in the kitchen, it suddenly exploded. TransAsia Airways, Flight 235. The crash was a domestic flight from Taipei on February 4th, 2015. In this aviation incident, no one was initially injured, and the helicopter had to be towed away afterward. A terrifying moment as a cluster of balloons filled with flammable gas suddenly exploded, creating a massive fireball. Fortunately, the elevator doors hadn't closed yet. We should always be aware of elevator safety when traveling with children and pets. A moment of carelessness can lead to consequences we may never forget. Companies should consider enforcing stricter rules against phone use during work hours. A warehouse worker in China was lucky to survive after falling into an elevator shaft. We should appreciate seafarers and use fuel responsibly. This impressive footage captures a 300,000-ton supertanker battling a Category 16 storm. A vessel this massive requires guidance when docking. Once it loses control, its momentum makes it nearly impossible to stop the time. If this barge driver hadn't overloaded the vessel, the cargo would have reached its destination. Now, the entire barge is lost. A clip captures a motorcyclist on a highway, making a miraculous escape as two massive boulders come crashing down from the mountainside. A dramatic moment as a snowmobile rider narrowly escapes death after being attacked by a moose while riding a trail with his brother in Idaho.
No! No!
A heart-stopping moment as a man tries to escape a pack of dogs chasing him down the street. Rats had gotten into the car, so the python slithered in to hunt them, only to end up trapped inside. The car driver suddenly swerved across 3 lanes, forcing 2 truck drivers to brake hard, burning their tires to avoid a serious accident. Did you know that the mako shark is the highest jumping animal in the ocean, capable of leaping up to 40 feet? A heart-stopping moment as 2 sharks attempt to attack a diver underwater.
In a tense situation.
This is a shark attack captured on camera. Just look at the size of this monster. Only truly passionate and creative minds could create a steam-powered car like this. With winds reaching about 180 miles per hour and storm clouds like this, do you think speeding away would actually help you escape? This driver is incredibly reckless. While everyone else runs from a tornado, he actually drove straight into its path. This dolphin is incredibly intelligent. It hunted fish for the man who once saved its life. After being stranded before and rescued by him, it returned to repay the favor. On November 11th, the child narrowly avoided being hit by a large oxygen tank that fell from a car, thanks to their quick reflexes. A heart-stopping moment, perhaps a higher power, was watching over the mother and the boy, bringing them home safely. The motorcyclist focused too much on the red light and failed to check his surroundings. The line between life and death is incredibly thin for all of us. A tornado damaged greenhouses in Demre, Antalya, province, Turkey, May 31st, 2025. A massive 7-meter-long python is hunting a jaguar. Who would have thought a python could be? The incident occurred at a home in Vietnam. An electrical leak caused a man to be electrocuted, but fortunately someone was there to cut off the power in time. He was unharmed and made a remarkable escape from the accident, once again showing how important focus is at work. Knocked motionless after being stepped on by an elephant, the honey badger still stays aggressive even when the elephant leaves it alone. Security camera footage captured the moment a wild elephant suddenly charged into a village, causing people to panic and flee. A man gardening was suddenly chased by an elephant, which lashed at him with its trunk. Fortunately, he managed to escape by crawling under a car just in time. Seeing a 4-meter-long saltwater crocodile while diving in Cancun felt like being face-to-face with Godzilla. Trying to fish in rough waters only leads to trouble. Stay safe out there, and if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. A young man was working when disaster suddenly struck. Watching the footage back, he could hardly believe his eyes. Terrifying scene at 3 a.m. as a wild elephant stormed into the Yunnan province, southwest China, smashing through a metal wall. An enraged elephant violently attacks a staircase, sending people into panic, showing just how incredibly powerful it is. Should we keep feeding this sheep or not? Everyone.
Feet up for it. 2 hands, 2 hands, go! Go, go, girl! Don't let go!
How would you feel if all this happened right in front of you? Authorities need to enforce stricter penalties for drivers who run red lights and ignore railway crossing barriers. It was only inches away, so why didn't the excavator operator keep moving instead of stopping? That is The stunt performed by this young man is extremely dangerous and should not be imitated. Fortunately, he escaped without injury. A university dormitory in China, after decades of use, this place holds countless memories of students over the years. Trying to answer a phone call while crossing the road without paying attention is extremely reckless and puts your life at serious risk. A video captures the collapse of a grain storage facility in Martinton, Illinois on Wednesday. Fortunately, no one was injured. Typhoon Yagi blew out glass panels from a high-rise building in Quang Nguyen, Vietnam. A homeowner was shocked as glass doors shattered due to a sudden whirlwind in downtown Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Strong tornado-like winds swept through several areas in the Mekong Delta, Vietnam, causing many coconut trees to bend and nearly fall over. The power of Typhoon Yagi swept away belongings from families living in apartment buildings in central Vietnam. On the 15th, a landslide in Linh Phin Shanxi province triggered large waves. 2 fishermen dropped their fishing rods and ran to safety just before danger struck. In recent years, some hills in Vietnam's central highlands have experienced landslides during the rainy season, with houses being swept away and causing severe economic damage. A fish pond of about 8 acres overflowed, causing estimated damages of about $200,000 US. The cause was a long-term eroded embankment that was no longer strong enough to hold back the water. At midnight, a leaking gas pipeline released gas throughout the town, leading to a massive explosion. A gas plant explosion in Malaysia caused severe damage to nearby homes. Contractors in the accidents by oil and gas were installing underground power lines for commercial areas. A helicopter made an emergency landing and the were safe.
Everybody all right?
Yeah.
Everybody all right?
Yeah.
A dramatic moment captured a crash involving the Ghana Air Force in Bon So Krong, Western Region, Ghana. A heart-stopping moment as floodwaters rushed into an elevator, trapping a mother and her daughter inside. Fortunately, the mother managed to pry the door open and escape. A hydraulic lift malfunctioned while a BMW was at the top. What do you think about the seafood you eat? It deserves to be appreciated. Bite by bite. If you find this video interesting and helpful, please use your money-making hand to give me a like and subscribe to follow more videos. Links are in the description. Thank you. The reckless behavior of a young man at a flood site amid piles of dry branches and decaying leaves is simply indescribable. Typhoon Matthew made landfall in Dongping Town, Yangjiang City, causing 2 fishing boats to capsize. A motorbike racer unexpectedly gained a new competitor, a brown bear. This time he had to sprint even faster to escape. The harmony between humans and nature. Each of us carries love in our own way, and that alone is something to cherish. This bear has wandered into city life, leaving pedestrians both frightened and curious. The lightning-fast kicks of the antelope are truly incredible. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.